Safety, security, access, control. Access control is a data security process that enables organizations to manage who is authorized to access property, data, and resources. Today we talk to Dane Pang, Director of Property, Security, and Emergency Management Unit here at the MOFPS. He will tell us all we need to know about the implementation of the new access control system across the ministry. Welcome to the MOFPS Coffee and Conversations, where we talk about the policies with the people who develop them. I am your host, Colleen Cohen. Now, let's take a sip of coffee and have a conversation with Dane Pang, Director of Property, Security, and Emergency Management Unit here at the MOFPS. Hi, Dane. Welcome.
Hi, Colleen. Thanks for having me.
All right. So, Dane, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I started at the ministry in 2006 as a records officer in the copy room, copying documents for staff, scanning, sending out fax, basically managing the business center. From there, I moved up to utility officer in the office services branch, processing telephone bills, processing and reconciling telephone bills. Moved up to senior maintenance officer in the property branch, where I was in charge of the day-to-day maintenance and repairs of the building, upkeep. Moved up to property manager, where I direct and lead a number of projects, renovation projects, and I held this position in 2018.
Wow, Dane, 2006. How many years is that? It's like you've spent your entire life here at the Ministry of Finance.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, wow. From billing officer, was it? Or
Records officer.
Records officer. Right. So, Dane, we want to learn more about this new access control system that is being implemented in the ministry. But before we delve into that, tell us about what is access control.
So access control is pretty much a component of physical security, where we're trying to manage movement of people in an organization. That's pretty much what access control is.
And you know, at the ministry, we have over 600 staff. There's a lot of staff. You know, you have to be monitoring the movement of.
Lots of staff and lots of visitors.
Right. So, Dane, how important is security management in the Ministry of Finance?
Security management is important to any organization. It's probably one of the most important functions of an organization, as the security protocols in place are there to protect life and asset. Protect life for both internal and external clients and the different assets that your organization needs to protect. Without security, your ministry, your organization would be left vulnerable and exposed to the different risks and liability from the different external factors or even internal factors.
Right. Earlier, I had mentioned the implementation of the new access control system. Can you tell us about this implementation that is currently happening ministry-wide?
All right, so we're far advanced with the implementation. We're looking to commission the units in July. Staff will be required to swipe in and out of doors. Staff will have free access to doors in the receptionist area, the corridors, the stairwells, and linkways, and so they can traverse the different blocks. But they will have access to general office space will be restricted to division, branch, or units. For example, procurement branch, team members will only have free access to the procurement unit. Same for compare internal audit accounts.
Right, so that is about the implementation plan of the access control system. We know that you are the director for property, security, emergency management. Can you tell us a little bit about the function of your branch? How many people is in your branch? What are the different functions of each of these pillars that I had mentioned?
Well, we have about 15 staff members. We have on the property side, we have some artisans, some gardeners. Gardeners are in charge of the landscaping for the compound. The artisans are like handymen, the day-to-day minor works in terms of electrical, plumbing, carpentry. And we have the senior maintenance officer who the artisans and gardeners report to, and she's in charge of ensuring the day-to-day activities of the ministry are run properly. Then you have the manager for property who directs and lead that branch. And then we have the security manager who's in charge of security and emergency management. He's in charge of managing the security guarding contract, as well as implementing security policies and procedures and security technology to protect the ministry.
Right. We're still on the implementation of this new access control system. So when this access control system is in full effect or in full use, should in case as a staff I have an issue with probably a swipe card or something is malfunctioning where the system is concerned and I'm not able to access my office, how do I go about reporting such an issue?
Well, if you're not able to access for whatever reason, you just make contact with the security unit or HR, and we will program a temporary pass for you. If it is that you left your pass or you lose your pass or whatever the case is. I must say that the cards are programmed Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. So staff will have free access to office buildings during that window. Anything outside of that requires authorization from the security unit through your branch head. So staff working overtime on weekends after work, honorarium, stuff like that, they just, same principle apply, you send us an email and we program the cards accordingly.
Right.
Access.
I like the fact that you touch on that. So walk me through. So the staff, we currently have access pass with our ID. The access pass that you mentioned earlier, is it the same access pass that we have in our ID or will be getting a different access pass?
What staff have now is a time and attendance pass. We will be issuing, you will have one pass, we will be replacing that pass with one pass that will both serve the time and attendance function as well as to access the property or the different office spaces.
Right. So no staff will have, it's a must, it is a requirement that staff walks with their ID every single day to work. Because you know currently some staff, they don't have their ID, they leave it at home. So now you're saying that it is a must for them to walk with their access pass or their IDs.
Yes, man, because you won't be able to access the different doors that you have to traverse to get to your office location.
Right. So Dane, for example, what if I happen to come to work and I leave my access pass and my ID home and I live all the way in the hills? Are you saying that I have to drive back home to get my access pass?
Not at all, man. You just, as I said, you make contact with us and we will program a temporary pass and issue it to you for the day, and it will expire at the end of the business day.
Okay, great. You have shared so much about this implementation of the access control system. What are 3 things you'd like the staff to walk away with about the new access control system?
You just need to know that you need to swipe in and out because the system has a what we call an anti-passback feature. So if you don't swipe in and you piggyback behind somebody, then your pass won't swipe you out. So that's there as a deterrent to prevent the piggybacking. As I said, staff will have free access to the different main doors, corridor doors, stairwell doors, but unique access to your division, your branch, your unit. Again, program within a certain window, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Anything outside of that, you need to make contact with the security unit so we can program your cards accordingly.
Right. What makes property security and emergency management branch excellent?
Really, it's the team, the team members. I have good team members, self-motivated. They love what they're doing. They like to achieve. We don't micromanage. Everybody know what they do, are supposed to do, and they play their role, they play their part. So it's really the team.
Wow, I love that. Dane, what does service excellence mean to you?
Service excellence means meeting and managing customer expectations. Most of our customers are internal, So we ensure that we go above and beyond to keep our customers happy.
Right. Let's now take a walk to the different areas where the access control system is being implemented so you can show us firsthand how the system actually works.
Sure.
I know you have said a lot, but we want to see how it works.
Sure, not a problem.
Do you want to share your feedback on the new access control system? Send an email to dane.pang@mof.gov.jm at the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. We thank you for tuning into this episode of the MOFPS Coffee and Conversations, where we talk about the policies with the people who develop them. The MOFPS, we are driven by service excellence. If you haven't checked us out yet or been following us on social media, be sure to do so. We are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and now TikTok. Search for @MOF Jamaica or the Ministry of Finance Jamaica.